York, and here today with me is Duane Nelson, President and CEO of EnviroLeach Technologies. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Great, thanks for having me.
Great. Can you start out by giving me a brief overview of your company and just the points that investors should be aware of?
Yeah, the company's called EnviroLeach Technologies, and we've come up with a new formula for dissolving precious metals into solution for the mining sector as well as the e-waste sector. It's designed to replace cyanide across the board. We're seeing very similar leach kinetics to high-intensity cyanide. Recovery is almost identical, and in some cases our solution actually works better than high-intensity cyanide on some ores and concentrates.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the e-waste market. What percentage of gold currently comes from e-waste, and what's the potential there?
It's a tremendous market. Last year, 2016, there was 44 million tons of e-waste produced worldwide. They're projecting that to go to 72 million tons a year, with less than 8% of it currently being recycled. So if you look at the amount of gold that's currently going into electronics, it's about 320 tons a year. That's almost 10% of the produced gold annually is going into electronics, and then less than 8% of that's actually being recovered. The balance is going to landfills around the world. So it's a tremendous market. We see very, very good recoveries with our reagent on the ground e-waste product as well, and we're expecting nothing but great things from that sector. So.
Great. Can you tell me a little bit more about your extraction technology and how it differs from other types of technologies out there?
Sure. The technology itself is inorganic electrochemistry, and I know that sounds odd, but what you need to know is that it's really made of just tap water, just regular water, and that it's combined with 5 FDA-approved ingredients, and then we use a new electrochemical process to alter that existing chemical compound. And when we do that, it alters the state of the lixiviant so that it will dissolve the metals into solution. And then from that point on, it's almost the same as a standard cyanide circuit. There's some filtration involved, and then we recover the precious metals by using precipitation, electrowinning, or carbon absorption, all off-the-shelf technologies.
Okay, so we've been talking about e-waste. Can this be applied to ores as well?
We've tested hundreds of ores on it. We're working very closely. Even though our primary focus is e-waste, we've selected 3 mining companies that we're working with right now, and we are seeing across the board better recoveries in those 3 than what we're seeing by using cyanide as well. So we think that the application in the mining sector is going to be phenomenal. If we can, help reduce the use of cyanide worldwide with this, and something that's eco-friendly, it opens a lot of doors especially for projects that are in environmentally sensitive areas. Now they have a solution, a non-cyanide-based solution, to get those projects into production.
What does your investor base look like? Is it mining people, or are you getting people who are interested in the tech aspect also?
Oh, you know what? Originally it was definitely mining oriented because the product was actually developed for mining. But we're seeing a shift now. The stock prices has increased significantly since we did our financing, and we're seeing much more U.S. buyers coming into the market. And predominantly, the reason that they're there is because of the e-waste technology more than the mining sector right now. So it seems to have a much more broad appeal than mining does across the board.
Okay. So tell me where you're at right now in terms of bringing this to the market. What are you up to right now? When will we get to see this kind of in full swing?
We have a plant that has been installed and it's been finished. It's a 10-ton-a-day e-waste plant, and it's installed at our partner's facility. It's in a 650,000 square foot building in Memphis, and our partner is Jabil Technologies, and I know a lot of people have never heard of Jabil. I didn't hear of it either, but they're the 3rd largest electronics manufacturer in the world. So if you're using an iPhone, they built it. If you're using a Dell computer, the Vice President told me, if you've never heard of Jabil, go into a Best Buy, and everything you see in that Best Buy is either made by Jabil or has components by Jabil. So what they're doing is they're leveraging those relationships with all of the OEMs to offer a cradle-to-grave solution on the e-waste. So we provide the technology to efficiently and environmentally friendly fashion extract the golds and metals, and they provide the supply chain management. So they're in 100 countries across the world with over 200,000 employees already. So they're a great partner to have.
Perfect. Last question. What is 2018 looking like for you? What are catalysts or milestones you have coming?
The plant will be finished, and we hope in full production by February, with probably 2 shifts starting the end of March. And then based on the outcome of that plant, the technology is completely scalable. So we're looking at expanding the Jabil plant, but we're also looking at setting up 3 of our own e-waste recycling plants as well. And our rationale for that is that if you look at e-waste compared to gold, the average grade of gold coming out of the ground today is about 2 grams per ton. E-waste, we're running material as high as 2,500 grams per ton, with the average coming in around 100 grams per ton. So it's and it's easy to get. You don't have to mine it. You don't have to do anything. So 2018 would be get this plant up, get it proven, and then expand those plants worldwide with Jabil, as well as setting up some of our own plants here in North America.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me. It was great.
Thank you. Once again, I'm Charlotte McLeod with the Investing News Network, and this is Duane Nelson of EnviroLeach Technologies.